The first time you come to use the Glowforge here at DoSpace, you'll need to create an account. When you come to the desk and check out the equipment, let them know that you're going to use the Glowforge and they can send you an email to create an account. Once you've got an account created, you're going to go ahead and log in. And we'll start by creating a new design. So I'm going to click Create, and then I'm going to choose Upload from File. I'm going to pick one of our coasters that I've already downloaded to my desktop. And it'll take just a second to render the design. And the other thing that I've already done is I've already loaded my material in. If you are not familiar with how to load material in the Glowforge, there is a video on loading material. So I'm going to go ahead and position my coaster blank. I've already got the ruler popped up. If the ruler isn't up for you, click on this icon down here at the bottom. I'm verifying that the SVG did come in at the correct size. Once in a while, SVGs don't. So I always verify that it's the size I want. And I'm going to make 4 coasters. So I'm going to copy this single coaster 4 times. So Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. All right, so I've got my coasters. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the cut speed. We are using unknown material. We're not using Glowforge's material. So I'm going to click the unknown. I'm going to click Use Uncertified Material, and I'm going to type in 0.125, which is the thickness of our material. And then I have to enter my settings manually, so I'm going to make sure this says cut. And then I click Manual. And I've already done the hard work of finding the right settings for this material for you. So I'm going to type in 200 and switch this to full power. All right. So I could run the job just like it is right now, and I would have blank coasters. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in a raster image to engrave on these coasters. So I'm going to click the plus button right here. I'm going to click Upload. And I prepped an image ahead of time. And we found that it helps if you've got really contrasty black and white images. Those are the ones that engrave the best. So I'm going to click Open. And this comes in really large, so obviously need to resize it to fit on my coasters. And I want this to overlap ever so slightly so that it fills up the coasters completely. Oh, but not so much. Oh, well, that's going to cut out Nick if I do that. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to overlap because I didn't quite crop this in a complete square. So I probably would go through and crop this again and make sure that all of my friends' faces were a little more visible. But we're just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to do the same image on all 4 coasters. So I'm just doing a Control V, Control C, Control V on my keyboard. Getting that into place. And even though I've got 4 versions of this image, I only have 1 entry in the settings. And that's because it's still treating it as one object. If I wanted to have 4 different cuts or 4 different engrave settings for this image, I would need to upload it 4 separate times. So I'm going to come here and make sure it's on engrave. I'm going to click Manual. I'm I'm going to knock this up to 1400. I'm going to go full power. I think that this works better to convert it to a pattern. So I'm going to switch to convert to pattern. And I am ready to hit the print button. So I'm going to hit the print button. And this is where it may take a little bit for the Glowforge to work on your material. It's going to have to process this and figure out the fastest way to print it. So this may take a few minutes. All right, so this says it's going to take 52 minutes. That's pretty accurate. The time that it lists is pretty accurate. So I'm now ready to go and hit the big glowing button on the Glowforge to get it started.